Hello, in this video we are going to quickly look at how to manage your workspaces in Adobe InDesign Creative Cloud. So right now I'm using the default workspace, which is the Essentials workspace, and up on this menu here you can change between different workspaces. So I've got Advanced, Book, Digital Publishing, Essentials, and so on. So a workspace is basically a layout of different menus and toolbars that you want to use. So you can manage these layouts or workspaces, and you can change the locations of different toolbars. You can show and hide different panels and really customize the workspace to suit what you're working with and what you want to do. So if you go to Window and Workspace, you'll also see your different workspaces there, and you have an option to reset your workspace and to create a new workspace. So right now, I'm working with the Essentials workspace. Now, if I was going to click on different panels and different toolbars in this workspace, and say if I accidentally move things around into an order that I didn't want, or into a location that I didn't want, I can easily just go back to Window, Workspace, and then reset. So in this case, I'm resetting the Essentials workspace. And that will put everything back to where it needs to be, where it originally was. But sometimes, depending on what you're working with, you'll want to personalize and customize your workspace so that the tools that you're using frequently are in the right spot, exactly where you need them, when you need them. So what you can do is you can add different toolbars or different panels, and you can customize those. So once you've done that, you can create your own workspace, and you can switch between different workspaces pretty easily from this menu here or from the window menu here. And that's really handy if you have people working as a team and you might have multiple users who have their own preferences and want to customize the workspace in their own way. You can create multiple workspaces and you can easily just switch between them. So as an example, I've got the Essentials workspace here, which I like, but I want to add a little bit more to it. So I particularly want to add, there's a couple of different menus that I want to add. So if I go to Window, I can see all the different menus and panels here that I can add. And I particularly want to add the Align panel, which is under Object and Layout. So if I click on Align, that will bring up the Align panel here. Okay, I'm using these tools a lot. I'm aligning different objects to the left and right and center. So I'm using these tools a lot. I want them to always be there. Now I can move that to this sidebar over here so I can easily access it. And I can also access the Pathfinder menu as well. So now I have that there, exactly where I want it. And I can also move this around to different locations, and I can take bits out and put them in other places. So I might want to have layers here. I might want to have it just like that. Oops. Okay, and I might want to have a line down here as well. Okay, let's grab that out like that. Okay, so that's how I might want my workspace. Now, I don't really want my workspace like that, but just using this as an example. Another thing that I can do is I can actually personalize these individual panels. So for example, with the links menu, and I don't actually have any links there, so what I'll do is I'll drag an image in, just drop that there. Okay, and when I go to links, just click on that image. Okay, when I go to links, it will show the image there that I've just added to this document. So it'll show all of my different links there, all different images, illustrations that I'm working with. At the moment, there's only one there. Now, the only information that I see here is really just the file name. But I can click on this menu icon here and go to panel options, and I can add some more columns there. So I'm thinking that I'd like to see the size of different images. I'd like to see their color space or color type, so whether they're CMYK or RGB images. And I also want to see the dimensions. If I click on OK, I'll now have those extra columns there. So I can see that extra information. And I can also expand this menu out so I get more in there. Okay, so that's how to customize your panels. Now, if I really like this particular layout, I'm just moving things around a little bit, but if I like the way that this layout is set up, then what I can do is I can save this layout. So all I need to do is go to Window, Workspace, New Workspace, and give it a name. Click on OK. And then if I go to Window, Workspace, I can easily switch between this one that I've just created, or I can go back to Essentials and actually have to reset Essentials, saying I use that as the base for my personalized workspace. So I'm in the Essentials workspace. I can go back to my workspace, and then I can go back to the Essentials workspace again. So it's quite easy to switch between those different workspaces. And again, if I was to personalize this and then wanted to change it back, I could also reset that again. So that's basically how to work with different workspaces, how to personalize your layout, and how to add different panels and different toolbars. Okay, thanks for watching.